Yo, 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 guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, a brand new video about the super important and all-encircling question of, is a booking agency important for an artist? I know that probably 99% of you guys don't care about this, because you're probably not an artist, which is fair enough. But I am, so I'm wondering about this, because, you know, looking back on my career, there have been times. Sometimes you are just, you know, riding the waves, so to say. That can just happen, and that's a great thing. But that is not necessarily the case, or that is almost never the case, you know, over a decade or two. If you are not just like a phenomenon that pops up and then like fades out, then you will have to at some point start to actually manage yourself or be managed, one of the two things. And I'm terrible at managing myself, actually. So then comes into mind, okay, what to do about that? Well, get management, of course. Okay, cool. But there is no management, there is no serious management. Okay, awesome. Well, there is, sort of. Let me explain. So actually just recently, I believe, artist agencies and booking agencies started to get seriously interested in high-tech artists because the popularity was rising and there was suddenly demand on AAA festivals. I mean, I was always, I think, one of the first high-tech artists that was brought to, well, exported all over the world actually and presented on more mainstream, little bit more mainstream, if you can say so, because it's all kind of underground, but the more mainstream of the underground, let's say. Stuff like Maya, stuff like Indian Spirit, stuff like Paradise Festival in Austria, tons of commercial festivals that I played. In Portugal, most of the parties that I have been playing there have been actually more focused towards full-on and stuff like that. Maya Festival, same thing. I mean, you know, it's Dixter, Burn Noise, Reality Test, stuff like this, and then me, of course. And that was the beginning of it, I would say, you know, like that was one of the first artists, one of the first high-tech artists that got exported to Universal Parallelo, amongst a couple of other ones, of course, not the very, very first, but, you know, among the first batch. And yeah, so basically, what I'm considering is, because I'm a fucking idiot in management, I found out, and an idiot in organization as well. I know that for a fact. You know, to a degree, obviously. I'm not stupid, I'm just like very, very, very impulsive. So that's not a good thing for organizational skills. So I need management, yeah. Then there is, of course, always a lot of booking agencies popping up. Maybe first explain for you guys what booking agencies do. So booking agencies, normally they promote, manage and sell an artist. And they also take care of logistics, etc. It's pretty much very simple, actually. If they're a good agency, sell you. If they're a bad agency, they leech onto you basically and they take just money from your gigs. Because usually what happens is there is a contract being made that ranges usually in between like 20 to 25%. Sometimes also that may vary, I don't know, but usually it is that. And this is the margin that the booker from the booking agency will take from you, no matter if they did the booking or not. In most cases, so like, for example, I talked to different booking agencies. One really high profile agency that contacted me, that will be probably the one that I'm also like joining. And they have a little bit stiffer rules because they probably also offer more in the end, you know. They just offer the artist more because they are more influential. So you want influential bookers. You want people that sell high-profile artists to high-profile festivals and just have the contact and are in the mix, so to say. They are in the circus and they are you know, taking care of a lot of artists, also of you. You're an asset, so they manage and promote and sell you. And since they have good contacts, that also works. Then there are newer agencies, for example. One rather new agency contacted me, and this is by a guy that has, you know, his own experience, you can say, as an artist playing for like half a decade or so in a certain country, and tries to use his pool now to book other people. And he's trying to work himself up, so to say. He's signing a lot of new artists and he offers more favorable deals, but of course he's not as, you know, like as powerful as an agency as the biggest agencies in the world, because he just started out and they exist in many cases since, you know, a long time. I'm talking about like, in some cases longer than a decade, in some cases longer than half a decade. You know, they're well-established companies, but only a few, and many shitty ones. So first the thought is like, okay, somebody cutting a quarter of your fee, that's quite a big tax, right? But on the other hand, it doesn't really matter, because quantity is what is important. You need to play as an artist. That's one of the most important things to further your project and to also make money to pay rent and insurance and all those funny things, and also actually have a life worth living. So it is much better, let's say, to play 4 times a month and cut 25% than instead once per month or not one time per month, and have your full 100% for yourself. So this is where booking agencies come into play. If they need to make sense. If they don't make sense for you as an artist, then that's kind of pointless, isn't it? So yes, I'm really highly considering entering an exclusive deal with a namey booking agency, let's say. And I wanted to know what you think about all that. I will do another video about labels, because I think that is like also quite interesting, that like, you know, sort of still valid, but sort of also on the decline, because personal brands are just like taking over. If you have a strong personal brand, who gives a shit about your label, to be honest with you? Like, and does it make sense? Does it further your creative output, or does it maybe hamper your creative output? Those questions are the questions that we will talk about in the next one. If you enjoyed this, then please hit the like, because otherwise, you know, like, it's the way how I know that you liked it, and how also YouTube knows that it's kind of like worth something. So do that, hit subscribe, hit the like button. I hate to do that, but yeah, do it nevertheless, because I'm really trying to grow my YouTube as well. So if you want to support the project for nothing, then just like hit the fucking bell, and that's that. I also I opened a Patreon account, and that's patreon.com/Parandroid. If you want to support me there, then go on and do that. It would be a great help. And I see you guys in the next video. Cheerio! Woo!